Hello again, welcome to POSH BREWS. I'm so excited to open these 4 sakes. I've been waiting so long, I've had so many things going on, and I wanted to save these for a video. I have not tasted any of these yet. So we have here Chiyomusubi from Tottori Prefecture's SORAH. This is a sparkling sake. And then we have 3 Niigata Prefecture sakes, and they're all junmaidaiginjo. This one's a Genshu, this one is Yamahai, and then this one is 3-year aged. So these are all very reputable producers and all fantastic products. Let me take them out of the boxes and show you what's inside. So beautiful. This is a collector's edition. I'll get into it later. Look at that packaging. Amazing. Nobody does packaging like the Japanese. So we're going to start with a toast because my exams are finally over. Thank the Lord. It was a lot of work, but it was very rewarding, and I am happy that it's over. And I would like to toast with all of you and some sparkling sake. The cool thing about this sake is that I've been waiting forever to try it. Last time I had a chance was at Sake Day 2019. So I missed this year because I had a wedding, and then they didn't have it in 2020. And this is pretty pricey, I would say around, what, $70, $80 bottle. So when I worked at Trusake, I didn't really want to buy it because it's kind of pricey, like I said. And then sake stays well in the fridge for 1.5 to 2 weeks. But if it's sparkling, you don't have too much time. It's just like any other sparkling wine. But I can smell the aromas already. The reason I didn't try it at Sake Day 2019 is because, well, I was taking orders because that's part of what you do when you're working Sake Day, and I had my boyfriend go collect some samples for me, and I was successful in trying most of those, but a drunk dude ate a part of my pizza and this sample while I was working, so still I have not tasted it. Anywho, now is the time. Ooh, it's beautiful, it's clear. I guess I'm not used to seeing clear sparkling. That's awesome. It almost looks like really fancy sparkling water, but you'll never see sparkling water like moving like that. Just all this beautiful bubbles coming up to the top. Whew. The bubbles kind of hit me, and I don't know why. So this is 12% alcohol. I know sake is usually 15 to 16%. Most of you know that, but this one in particular is 12. Wow. It's very, like the booziness of it is very apparent. Touch of cream, dry. I get a touch of green apple and a little bit of like just like a white rice taste or a mochi rice. The coolest thing about this one is the fact that it's clear. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna let it kind of warm up a bit. I know that's like counterintuitive, but I think it might express a bit more fruit that way. So let's go on to the next one. So this one is called Koi. It's a producer, Imayo Tsukasa, from, again, Niigata Prefecture, like I mentioned before. And this is a new product in the US market, and it's being imported by East West Wine Trading. And they're working on importing select premium sake and exporting Napa wines to Canada, Asia, and Europe. And the cool part is that they made it look like a koi fish. And if you remember, the box had a cutout of a fish as well. So this is kind of the print part. And they have hidden Niigata Prefecture shape in this whole collection here. Can you spot it? So the giveaway is this little guy here, Sado Island. So if you can find Sado Island, it kind of looks like a lightning bolt. It's right next to Niigata. So cool. And this bottle goes for 135. At least that's what I paid for it. So this one's 70 to 80, 135. Ooh, a really cool top too. Kind of like the old school Gekkeikan toppers. Love this. And some beers have this. Grolsch, I think Grolsch is the beer that has this kind of topper. All right, let's see how this is. I'm excited. It's a Genshu, meaning it hasn't been diluted. So the alcohol content of this junmaidaiginjo is 17%. And do remember that junmai means there's only koji, rice, yeast, and water in production, no additives. And the fact that it's a daiginjo means it's been milled to 50% remaining rice or less. I'm excited about this one. Haha. These are all chilled, by the way. They're all at fridge temp around 40 Fahrenheit. Wow, that smells like women's perfume. Oh, and like a backbone of buttermilk. The nose, if I wasn't mistaken, almost reminded me of Alsatian whites, particularly Pinot Gris. But the palate is totally sake. Really decadent, rich, creamy. I get almost like a light oxidative note, like a soy note. So tasty, very umami driven. Dry on the finish. This is so good. You could drink it for days. And this is a very opulent style that really represents Niigata Prefecture, because they specialize in Tenri Karikuchi, which is light and dry. I would say this is more like a full and dry style, but it's classic Niigata with a twist. Next we have the beautiful Asahi Shuzo Kubota Seppou Snow Peak Black. I don't know if I've seen a better looking bottle in my life. I mean, we've got some competition here with the glorious color coding here on the SORAH and the koi fish motif, but I have to say this black bottle with the black box is insane. It's so cool. I mean, I just love it. And when I saw this, I loved it, but I thought, man, my boyfriend would love this. And of course, I think I told him about it and I didn't even show him, and then I just like hoarded it for the video. So that wasn't very nice of me. But maybe I'll share it with him tonight when he gets home. All right, so we have this nice little string here. I feel like I'm one of those toy opener people that, or the people that like open the new toys and then play with them for the children. Have you seen that on YouTube? I guess that's kind of what I'm doing. This is actually a tinier bottle. This is a 500 milliliter bottle. Standard bottles in sake are 720 milliliter. In wine, it's 750 milliliter. I am excited. Okay, so this is Yamahai. So Yamahai is the successor of Kimoto. Basically, lactic acid is occurring naturally, but without the ancient pole rhyming technique. So Yamahais tend to have a bit more umami, a bit more savoriness. Sometimes they don't, but a lot of times they do. So let's see how this one expresses itself. Kind of like brown rice, like right after steaming brown rice in your house. And tangerine. This one is very distinctly Daiginjo. I'm not getting any like anise, but I am getting kind of like rich honeydew notes, orchard fruit, things like that. It's kind of subtle. The Yamahai aspect, I don't even notice it. And to be honest, I read it online, but they don't even advertise it that way, so it might not even be worth bringing up. This is 16% alcohol. 16. It sounded like I said 60. But yeah, the Yamahai aspect, not getting it too much. And realistically, Kubota makes one called Hekiju, and that is also Yamahai, but you would never know it on the palate. So it makes a lot of sense that they're using that technique and you're not getting too much of the aromas that you would expect from that kind of style. Yeah, clean as a whistle, dry on the palate. It's not as stark dry as the koi, but it makes sense because this one is 17% alcohol content and this is 16. And believe it or not, 1% of alcohol is very noticeable in the palate. This one's much more boozy. Before we go to the last of the lineup, which is a 3-year aged junmaidaiginjo by Kirinzan, I am going to taste the sparkling again, see if it changed. Again, I'm just like floored by the clear. Oh my God, this is memories of Crystal Pepsi. Is anyone old enough to know about Crystal Pepsi? It was clear Coca-Cola. No, what did I just say? It was clear Pepsi. So imagine a cola like soda, but totally void of color. I wondered if you would give this to your average person. Would they know it's sake or not? I don't know. I feel like they would think it's a dessert sparkling, like I don't know, like an extra dry. I mean, you don't find those often, so I don't know if someone would guess extra dry sparkling, but I don't know. One thing I will say though, the bubbles are kind of dying off really fast. So if you're going to enjoy SORAH, make sure you do it for a toast or you do it for maybe a first course or an amuse-bouche or something. Just like get it down because already the bubbles are starting to just slow down. It's only been about 10 minutes. All right, the last one, my most favorite. Well, I don't know if it's my favorite because I didn't have it yet, but my most excited for sake. This is the one, the Kirinzan. And I didn't leave it to the end because you leave the best for last. I left it to the end because it's aged for 3 years. And that means it's going to be richer in flavor and in texture and potentially in sweetness. So we will see. And I did hear this is amazing warmed. And I might even want to do a pairing. We'll see. But I'm going to try it cold first. And then okay. So this is 16.5% alcohol. So I already know that if I heat this, it's going to be a bit boozy. More boozy than it will seem at room temp or chilled. So this bottle, I don't remember the price, but it was pushing 100, I think. And it's called Momiji. Momiji is the Japanese red maple. And Momiji gari is basically red leaf hunting. Wow. Sweet cream, chestnuts. Again, this is junmaidaiginjo, so it's gonna be subtle. It's gonna be elegant. Smooth. The smoothest of the crew. Wow. I don't taste the alcohol. I really don't taste it at all. Like I told you that normally around 16% and over, like you're gonna notice it. 15% is the sweet spot for sake. You almost don't notice it, but when it's less than that, it feels like something's lacking a lot of times. Like it's a little maybe watery. That's depending on how they do it. If it's a Ginjo, it might not seem watery if it's lower alcohol content. But at 16, you normally taste a little bit of heat, a little bit of alcohol. And at 16.5, nothing. It's so good. This is danger zone. No color, no alcohol taste, smooth, sultry. So on their website, they recommended it with porcini mushroom macaron. Sounds amazing. I've never had one. Pacific sorry, which is similar to mackerel, but a little less intense in flavor. And what was the other thing? I don't remember. But it was something else very savory. Oh, it was duck. I can see this going amazing with all of those. The thing with Kirinzan is that it's another brewery that is very focused on the Tannerei Karakuchi, that purity, the water source, and I definitely want to heat this up because I feel like it's really going to open up. I would probably recommend this one at a red wine temperature, more like a 60 to 63 Fahrenheit. Right now this is about 45, and room temp, and then warmed. So I'm gonna be right back with some warmed Momiji. Okay, so I put this in for about 39 seconds and it was way too long. I think it's like above Otsukan level, so above 130 Fahrenheit. Let's see how it is. Oh, it's way too hot. I feel like I ruined it. It's like a really good soup right now because it's super hot. It's like hotter than you want to drink coffee. I should do this again. I'm doing it again, but I'm doing it for 20 seconds. It's like a perfect Otsukan now. It's good. I mean, the thing is, the heat accentuates the alcohol. So as much as I'm tasting more aroma, I'm getting more heat in general. Heat from the temperature and heat from the alcohol. So my prediction is that this is going to be a real winner at the red wine temp, like I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. If you're interested in purchasing them, True Sake in San Francisco. I did buy this one there as well, but this is limited edition, so you'll have to wait until they release it again, or they may not, so just enjoy it here. Anyway, thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.